4.2 rates. I can use ratios as rates.
Are you guys confident in the fact that you can use ratios to make rates now?
Yes!
So we know a ratio and a rate and a unit rate are all fractions, right?
Yes!
And we know that a ratio, a rate, and a unit rate are fractions that are a comparison of what?
Two quantities.
Wait, I'm underlining a comparison of two quantities. So every single one of them start with that definition. A rate, though, is a comparison of two quantities with what, Dominic? So a rate is a comparison of two quantities, what? With different labels, right? Such as miles per hour, such as beats per minute. A unit rate is a comparison of two quantities, but what? What's the big but here? Wilbert?
The second number is always 1.
The second number is always 1. And the way to remember that is, what does uni mean, you guys?
1.
So unit rate is talking about something with the second number of 1, a rate with the second number being 1. When you're talking about rates, there's a key word, Manuel, that you'll hear often. What is that key word? Per. If you hear the word per, chances are you're talking or listening or hearing about a rate. Okay, we already talked about what uni means. We already said all rates have how many different labels?
2.
What?
2.
So when we went down to number 3 in our practice, Layla told us she could run 80 laps in 20 minutes in gym, and we wanted you to write that as a rate. The way we wrote that as a rate is we simply use labels, right? Now I know this isn't reduced, but 80 laps in 20 minutes is definitely a rate because we're talking about laps and minutes. This is another way of writing it. This is another way of writing it. I suggest using fraction form, but know that you can use really whatever form you want. If I wanted you to convert her 80 laps to 20 minutes into a unit rate, you're just finding a common what?
No.
What is this called? We're dividing by 20 because that's a common what, you guys?
Factor.
Common factor. Factors are smaller, right?
Yeah.
So 80 divided by 20 is 4. 20 divided by 20 is 1. The unit rate is 4 laps to 1 minute because that second number is a what? That second number is a what?
1.
Are you guys with me here still?
Yeah.
Feel kind of frustrated. And then Tyler says, well, you know what? I can run 50 laps in 20 minutes. Maybe not quite as much as Layla, but still pretty good. And so we wrote that as a rate because we had two different labels. And then I asked you to write that as a unit rate, and you just kept reducing. Found a common factor of 10. But then there is really no common factor for 5 and 2, is there, Helena? So what we did is we said, well, we know we need to get to a unit rate, which means the second number has to be 1. So we know we have to divide by 2. So if we're going to divide the bottom number by 2, we still have to divide the top number by 2. And that gives us what for the laps?
2.5.
Any questions?